Busted a glass. Yeah, whatever, I'll move on. Next tank I drill. Busted a glass. That's the good stuff, man. The Copio flame gets better by the day. And the red stem Talia. You see the groove, you always run the water so you don't grind the bit down. What's up, fish tank people? Dustin's Fish Tanks, bringing it to you on a Sunday, baby. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. In today's video, we're gonna give you a little bit of a garden pond update. We're also gonna get a little woo-woo. And we're gonna show you what's going on in Greenhouse 2.0 on a plan I showed you a couple weeks back and how much rapid, rampant plant growth we have going on in Greenhouse 2.0. But first, I wanna show you all something going on that I caught my daughter doing. And make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification button. We got lots of fun content coming to you from Greenhouse 2.0. I gotta get a little bit woo-woo with you. Some people said they've enjoyed kind of what they've seen with the progress of Greenhouse 2.0. They've said it in their orders, they've said it in the comments. And thank you, like huge epic thank you for everyone who's been along and, you know, been a part of this journey. It's great. But I wanna specify something that I think this can help a lot of people, and that is this. I don't do YouTube for you, okay? I do this for me. This is MeTube, okay? I do this because this is what I want to say. This is my journey, and I'm having fun with it, and I'm happy to have you all along for the ride. But if you don't want to be along for the ride, that's totally cool with me, and that's okay. But here we come to an underappreciated point in our society these days. I am doing what I want to be doing. I want to be the best in the world at what I enjoy doing, okay? And you, my little fish tank people, need to focus on what you want, okay? In whatever sort of positive manner that is. Again, remember, people in life don't get what they want because they don't know what they want. So you have to put your phone down, you have to sit down for a minute and figure out what you really want, not what your parents want, not what your, wife wants to an extent, what you want. And you need to focus, follow one course until successful on that, okay? I don't watch any other YouTube channels. Like I don't pay attention to what everybody else is doing. I'm like a horse with blinders on, all right? I'm heading in my direction. And I've had my head down, and now I'm starting to reap the results of that. You guys don't see or didn't want to see what I was doing this time last year when I was just drawing out stuff saying, this is what I'm gonna do. No, I had to keep my head down. I had to keep my focus. And now I'm getting where I wanted to go because I've stayed focused on that. Now, tie this back to something I talked about last week, some of the people that suffered along the way, my wife, two beautiful daughters, some of my friends' relationships, the lack of amount of videos that I've put out. There are things that have kind of been set to the wayside while I focus on one course until successful. Here's what happened last night when I came out here. You'll notice I accidentally left this out. This is my daughter Nola. She is, I don't know, she's almost 10. Dad is awesome and great. Love you lots. Love Nola. Yes, fish tank people, Dusty is slowly repairing the good relationships that he had again with his family. Speaking of good relationships, you want to see the relationship I got going with this pond right now? It's going pretty good too. So this is how it works. You got the coffee right here. It's delicious. Roll down here. Go out here like this. There's where Daddy scripts videos. This is my ficus. And I'm actually trying to propagate, which I absolutely love. It got kind of it takes a hit in the winter. Then we roll out here. Here's the garden pond. Now check this out. Real quick, my daughter Nola is growing these on her own. Super excited to see her reaction as she waters these and gingerly takes care of these. She was super disappointed that one over there didn't come, and I'm like, honey, that's part of it. But here's the pond right here. Super excited about it. Of course, the fish are hiding when it's on camera naturally. But I've got these cannas that finally came out. I'm totally loving them. Obviously, I've got the water hyacinth, which we do sell, and I've got the water lettuce over there. But look at this hornwort in the middle here. Hornwort growing like crazy, and I like that because it gives them shade and protection. Look at that baby on camera, though. It's a little baby koi. My kids are all pumped about that. I didn't want to ruin the moment, but my daughter Nola, by the way, who wrote me the little love letter on the thing, was actually hand holding my $300 Sankei. Like, that fish lets her hold it, so it's really special to me like that. Over here we have and you can see the footage of this last year. This is a super awesome hibiscus type plant. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It grows super tall. My wife always wants me to cut it, but it came on real late, which is interesting. And then this one too, I gotta do some weeding here. But this guy back here too came on like super late. Like they don't come out early. Everything else comes out earlier than that one comes on. But yeah, there's the top down view of the pond. Having a good time. There's some swords that I've got just started growing above water, but look at this, folks. Amazon swords, heavy root feeder, okay? This isn't even the plant I'm trying to tell you about. Amazon swords, heavy root feeder. You ready? Here's the lesson, okay? This is an Amazon sword, not in substrate. This is a Econodorus Reuben or deep purple sword growing not in good substrate, out of the water. Look at this one right here. See the difference? This is growing in dirt. Same exact species growing above water, okay? Awesome Amazon sword. This is a deep purple sword. We sell these grown underwater, but look at that difference there. This is muddy, gross, like yucky substrate that the plant absolutely loves. That's just plain rocks down there. Any questions on that? Bunch of Anacharis going like crazy. Cannas and the red stem Thalia. Now it's time to roll to the greenhouse. All right, so apparently there's this thing called a certificate of occupancy, which means I'm allowed to have people at the property. I'm allowed to already have my stuff there, but certificate of occupancy needs to be issued by the city. In order to have a certificate of occupancy, you have to have a number of things. The list of things include a fire hydrant. Check, fire hydrant is in place. Next thing we need to get is landscaping. Landscaping is not something I'm going to do very easily because I actually want to pick out the plants that I'm getting, even though I don't really know a whole lot about actual, like, you know, plants that will go around the actual property and not in my fish tanks. We also have to get the electric, which includes running wires for electric signs and that sort of thing. So these are the things I need to get done to get my certificate of occupancy. And there's my new fire hydrant, freshly installed and inspected. Roll up out of here. It's looking all right. Poured this yesterday, which looks pretty good if I do say so myself. Here's the moved water heater, and here's the story on that. The fish tank gods were looking out for me on that. All right, so here's the rub. So this is where the original water meter is. It's set up to do up to 4 1-inch mains, so I don't know how that's going to transfer, but I got to get a trench dug from there over to there so my guy can reconnect the water. It's now just now turned 10:30 on Friday. Folks, I made this call yesterday, Thursday, at like 4:30. Most of these places close at 4:30. Said, yo, I need the water meter moved. My man Scott Crow at OSA I was talking to me the other day. Said, you know, I noticed how you talk about the fish tank gods. Look, I've had issues with piers, I've had issues with electric, I've had issues with building inspectors, permits, the whole deal, right? But for whatever reason, the water always seems to go my way. I don't know if it's the Aquarius, maybe it's because I'm dressed up and I went in there and I asked nicely, maybe it's because I'm making videos where I talk about it, but the water for whatever reason seems to work. It's 10:31 right now. The guys are digging the trench. They're gonna dig the trench to connect the old meter to the new meter. Now the concrete's all jacked up, they gotta regrade all that, but I'm excited about the way this is going, and for whatever reason, for some reason, the water goes okay with the Aquarius boy Dusty. And then over here, they redid the handicap ramp. You can see inspector came out. That looks pretty sharp though, so I'm happy with the way that's looking. Yeah, these guys are doing it well. I think I should put a pond in there. Look out! What's up, everybody? This looks awesome, dude. The Copio flame gets better by the day. One of the many projects going on with my assistant, the lovely intern Chance. There's Chance. Chance is the man. Chance, come over here. Hold this. I don't like to do this on camera. There's a reason I do certain things off camera. This is one of them. This is part of the system that's going over there. This is the first tank. Totally drilled perfect. Like, ah, whatever. Next tank. Drilled. Busted a glass. Ah, whatever, I'll move on. Next tank I drill. Busted a glass. Now luckily these are used. I think this one leaks. Now look around here. And what does it say? It says, do not drill tempered glass. All panels tempered. Do not drill. Oh, yeah. Read the instructions, Dusty. He's nervous. Josh is building something. Flip the lens finder around. I want you to show them me drilling glass right here. So I'm doing these 20 highs. I've already drilled 2, so I know I'm on a roll. And I get over here. This has already been measured. Josh and I, of course, are sharing a tape measure because we like to be as inefficient as possible. But this is going on here. They're drilled up top. I don't like that. I'm drilling down below. Water the whole time. Bought the bits from Gemco, good people. See the grooves, you always run the water so you don't grind the bit down. There you go. 2 holes. There's that, 1, 2. This one was drilled up here originally for a different design. 1, 2 down there. This is all for this system right here, as you have seen me slowly evolve with this. So I love the way this is working as far as functionality. Got those. Still need to drill those. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20 highs. We also have room for 8. We'll work on that. But these are gonna get set above here just like so. But it's Sunday, it's Species Sunday. Why not show you the epic growth we're getting here in 2.0. Check it out, my favorite plant. This is the jungle val that I planted the glare is too bad. All but a week ago, a couple weeks ago, you can see the clip of how we originally put it in there, and it actually melted back. I'm actually gonna fish this out real quick and show you all. And look at that, boys and girls. That's the good stuff, man. The jungle val out of 2.0. Coming in, growing back strong. Super duper loving that. The way it's coming, prototype. Not even with dirt too, I think this is the Fuvol stratum in there. That actually melted back and regrew. So that is just preliminary testing. One of these systems is gonna be a full jungle val grower. We like the way that's working for us. Jungle val melts back hard, grows back harder. And then with this system, I like it because I can go and I can stir it up and make a mess. There's the Myristotuberculatum, otherwise known as the red Myriophyllum, which we sell a ton of. Boost. But it's Sunday, we're still rolling with the Species Sunday. This guy was actually given to me by the guy I'm going to buy the landscaping from around here. Perfectly movable little rubber tubs. He's got a bunch of them. This is some Fuvol stratum. I'm gonna get this stuff put in here. Look, this stuff still needs rinse, but I'm gonna add this stuff in here. I've got the water in here. And yes, we do use dirt in some of these tubs. This stuff is slightly less messy than dirt, and I'm actually gonna rinse it. This is the narrow leaf Starragini Ripens coming in here. This is a heavier root feeder. They say it's related to Hygrophila, which is one of our best-selling plants. The problem with the plant is that it doesn't root too well. Initially, they sold out on our $5 plant sale pretty much the first day. But this one's got some nice roots on it. We're gonna go ahead and grow these out and kind of play around with these. And this stuff was grown underwater, but it's grown above water, but it's been grown underwater for us for about 2 weeks. We're gonna plant these near each other and get these suckers going in there. Naturally, my tweezers are at home. And then one of our best-selling plants, this is Alternanthera renaki right here. This is like our #1 best-selling plant. This is about to be our #1 best-selling plant. This is a ball of Alternanthera renaki mini. You can see how it's much more consolidated, much more compact, but obviously related to this plant. AR mini, as the kids on the street call it. Really wish I had my tweezers to plant this. We're gonna get medieval with this bad boy because this is a super cool, hardy, short, red rot, as the Germans say, foreground plant. Super excited to be having this growing in full sun. We had it under a halide back in 1.0, but this is gonna be a really fun plant to plant and watch it take off. Drop me a comment on what you want to know about 2.0. Everybody make it an awesome week. Subscribe and take on. Later.